Welcome to the lesson, and in this video, I want to teach you all about native Korean numbers. Last time, if you watched my last video, we talked about Sino numbers in Korean. So this time, I brought you native Korean numbers. Are we ready? So here you see the yellow that I covered in the middle. They are big numbers that I covered on purpose because we want to break it down step by step. I don't want to overwhelm your brain, but instead, I want to go from 1 to 10, and then I'm going to introduce you big numbers. And then after, I want to show you when we use native numbers because in Korea, we have two number systems. One is Sino numbers, they come from Chinese characters, and this native numbers, they come from Korean native. And the answer for, hey, do we have to know both system? My answer is yes. You have to know both systems because Sino numbers are used for certain things and native numbers are used for certain things. Equally important. Not this is more important than the other. Okay, so let's get to the lesson. And remember, there's one thing I require of you. Just one thing. Please be an active learner, meaning when you're watching my video, put aside all the distractions for just 20 minutes and repeat after me as much as you can and have fun with me, right? Because dedicated 20 minutes is better than studying for 5 hours and getting distracted. Okay, so I got you, and let's be a really good partner together and learn native numbers together because I really want this to click to you and help you. Native numbers. First, we're going to repeat after me one by one. One is 하나, 하나. Two, 둘, 둘. Mimic how I move my mouth too, because when you move your muscles around you in the same way as I do, it's going to help your pronunciation. Three, 셋, 셋. Four, 넷, 넷. Five, 다섯, 다섯. Six, 여섯, 여섯. Also copy my movements too, because when you move your body, it helps your brain. Seven, 일곱, 일곱. Eight, 여덟. Oh, I have to show you. Eight, 여덟, 여덟. Nine, 아홉, 아홉. Like J-Hope. 아홉. Yes, I'm an army too. And lastly, 열, 열. Let's go from the very top. Ready? 1 to 10. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now, little faster, okay, to add some fluency there. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Let's go by threes. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Why am I moving my pinky like that? It could be this. Okay, so then what about we familiarize this by singing a song? I brought you a song that I created because songs help us remember better. I always tell you that, right? In the last video, I mentioned that when you sing, you remember better because if you think about it, you know the lyrics to your favorite song, but we don't know a full page from our favorite book. We cannot recite that because melodies help us remember things so much better. So Shall we get started with the song? I will sing first, and then after the first round, on the second round, you join me. The song goes something like this. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay? And we have usages. We count people, we count things, we count ages and hours. That's the full song. I went a little slow because I wanted to break it down for you. One more time. 3, 2, 1. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. We count. We count people. We count things. We count ages and hours. Let's try one more time. Ready? Repeat after me and sing with me. 3, 2, 1, go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. We count. We count people. We count things. We count ages and hours. Wow! So that's the basics 1 to 10 of native numbers and when to use them. Because in Sino, remember, we used it for money, dates, phone number, length, weight, height, and minutes. But native numbers are usually for counting things, whether it be people, ages, or hours. It's usually for counting. And I'm going to show you examples soon when you know big numbers too. So now we got the 1 to 10 basics. I want to tell you the big numbers. I'm ready to reveal this section because I think you're ready. So 10 more vocabulary that we need to learn to make big numbers. The 20s, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Ready? 20. I'm going to have you repeat after me is 스물, 스물. 30, 서른, 서른. Again, 서른, 서른. 40, 마흔, 마흔. 50, 쉰. Sounds like swim. 쉰, 쉰. 60, 예순, 예순. 70, 일흔, 일흔. 80, 여든, 여든. Repeat after me. Active learners, let's go. 90, 아흔, 아흔. 100, 백. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, now let's add the motions together. 20, 스물, 스물. 30, 서른, 서른. 마흔, 마흔. 쉰, 쉰. 60, I don't have a third hand. 예순, 예순. 70, 일흔, 일흔. 여든, 여든. 아흔, 아흔. And 백, 100. Okay. Now here's the cool part. If you have this top 1 to 10 and 20 to 100, you can combine and mix and match and make big numbers. Can I show you how? If you want to say 13 in native numbers, you're going to grab 10, Let me show you by grabbing a pen. 10 and 3. That's 13. 열셋, 열셋. If you want to say 19, it would be 열 and then 아홉. 열아홉. Right. Then, if you want to say 21, 20, grab it from the below. And 1 is 하나. 스물 하나. 스물 하나. The more you practice with me, it will make sense. These are new to you right now. If this is your very first time learning about numbers, that's why it feels a little frustrating and difficult. But it just takes time for your ears and mouth to get used to things, right? So we just continue to expose you to more numbers. If you want to say 37, grab the 30 and 7. 서른일곱. 서른일곱. If you want to say 54, grab 50 and 4. You just need these two charts. 쉰넷. 쉰넷. If you want to say 42, how would you say it? Tell me. Loud. Louder. Okay. 마흔둘. 마흔둘. That's 42. Just like that, we combine the top chart and then the bottom chart to make any numbers in native numbers. And I also have examples here, like 13 is 열셋. 25 is 스물다섯. I just grabbed one from each chart. 56, 쉰여섯. So here's color coding part 2. Now here's a fun part. When do we use it? When do we use native numbers? It's to count people, count things, count ages and hours. So then I brought you something fun here. Look at this. These are counters in Korean. Not all counters, there's so many in this world, but I just brought some major ones that we use day to day, like we count people, we count the animals, books, and clothes, and a cup of something, a bottle of something, a glass of something. And make sure you're counting something, so we gotta use native numbers, and these counters on the left after saying the native numbers. For example, if I'm counting people, which is 사람, we have to use 명, 명, 명. That's the measure word. Let's say in this room there is 10 people. I want to say that. 10 as here is right here. 열, then 열, and then grab your measure word, 명. 열명, 열명, 열명. To have, to exist, 있어요. 10명 있어요. 10명 있어요. There are 10 people. Just like that, you can make sentences too. Isn't that so amazing? Then we have, what about, you want to just say, ooh, okay, I know what to teach you. This is a really important part. I almost want to have a star here. If it's in your notebook, can you bring a big star here? Like a big star, like red. Important. There's something that I want to show you, and that's so important. Ready? When you combine native numbers with measure words like these, we gotta simplify 1 to 4 like this. 하나 becomes 한. 둘 becomes 두. 셋 becomes 세. 넷 becomes 네. They get simplified to help our pronunciation roll better. For example, if I want to say there is one person, instead of saying 하나 명, I say 한 명. And if I want to say there are two animals, I say 두 마리, 두 마리, not 둘 마리. Wow. If I want to say there are 3 books, then I have to use 권 for my measure word. But 3, we gotta simplify it because now these numbers get attached with counters. And that's only those 4 get simplified when you're attaching 1 to 4 with counters. Okay? So 3 books, that's 세 권. 세 권 있어요. I have or there are. Wow. Again, one more example. We have 넷. That's becoming 넷. I want to use this one then. cup. 네 컵 주세요. 네 병 주세요. 네 잔 주세요. A glass of, right? 네 잔 주세요. Maybe you're drinking like Sprite or Coke, so you want to order 4 bottles of Coke. Then I can say, I'm pointing it right here. That's 병. 콜라 4병 주세요. 콜라, object in the beginning. 콜라, not net. 4병 주세요. This is a common mistake that I see all the time when you're learning Korean. So that's why I put a big star. So you are extra aware next time you're attaching these native numbers and you're counting something with these counters. So keep that in mind. Big star in your notebook. 하나, 한, 둘, 두, 셋, 세, 넷, 네. Okay, those get simplified. Just like that, you can count so many things. And on the bottom right here, I highlighted if you're just not talking about general things, we can use 개 as a counter too. Like 한 개, 두 개, 세 개, 네 개, 다섯 개, 여섯 개, 일곱 개, 여덟 개, 아홉 개, 열 개. That's how you do it. And for that's counting people, I already showed you 명. Counting things, I already showed you. Counting ages, we use something called, for the measure word, 살. 살. So I'll write it down right here. 살. So that's how you are going to say your age. So if you are 30, you can say 30살이에요. 이에요 is I am. 30살이에요. 30살이에요. I'm 31 is 31, but there is a measure word here. So we got to simplify the one to this one. So 30 not 하나, 31살이에요. 31살이에요. Notice how I do it. Let's say you are 44. Then grab 40 and then grab 4, but simplified version because we have a counter coming right after. So 44살이에요. 44살이에요. Somehow when we drop the 받침 sound, it just rolls in your tongue so much better. Okay? And one more example. Let's say you are 53. Then you grab 50 and then you grab the 3, the simplified one because 할 is coming. 53살 이에요. 이에요 is I am. 53살이에요. 53살이에요. That's how you can tell your age. And lastly, we have counting hours. Then we need to introduce a brand new measure word, which is, wait, not this. This is for counting minutes. Minutes were counted with sino. Remember last time I showed you in my other video? That's for 분 is for minutes, and then we count hours with 시 measure word. 시 like SHI. 시. Then let's say right now the time is 7 o'clock. I can say my 7 and then 시. 7시예요. It is. 7시예요. 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 And if you watch my previous video about minutes, now you can combine minutes and hours all together to tell time completely. I know we use both Sino and native to tell time. So crazy. I do it so naturally because I grew up speaking it, but when I teach this, it's a crazy concept. To tell time, you gotta know both systems. Mind blowing. Okay, then what about you want to say it's 3 o'clock? Let me clean up my annotations. I have so many colors and, you know, so let me just erase it all for you while you're thinking. 3 o'clock. You just need this measure word after. Yeah, you didn't fall for it. It's not this, it's this because we have a counter after. So you can say 3시. So I can zoom in for you. 3시예요. It's 3 o'clock. 3시예요. How would you say it's 12 o'clock? 12. Tricky, bigger number. But you're not going to fall for it because you have a chart in front of you that you can use and combine. That's 10. Not 2. We're going to go with the simplified one because of a measure word. 12시예요. 12시예요. So that's how you count hours. And I do have an organized one. Oh, this is from my book, Korean Dictionary. That's why I have so many big numbers, measure words, all that. But here is another page I want to show you. This just simplified all our telling time. 1시, 2시, 3시, 4시, 5시, 6시, 7시, 8시, 9시, 10시, 11시, 12시. So all of that is in this page too, if you want to refer back to that. Okay, so I think I showed you everything that you needed to learn about native numbers, even the songs too, right? So your homework for today, go back and listen to the song, native number song, sing along and try to memorize our basics 1 to 10. And when you're ready, you can go back to the chart below 20 to 100 and memorize it. And then try counting things around you. Right? I have so many hats. I want to make a little video that I'm me counting my hats because I have so many hats that I collect. It's like my little hobby that I have. Okay. So, do we feel good about this? Let me know in the comments. How do you feel now you learned native numbers and Sino numbers in 2 videos? Yes, of course you need time. Of course we need to practice. It's not come to you in just like this. That's a lot of vocabulary and concepts that we learned just now. So please don't be harsh on yourself. Take your time to process it, to really go over it, and to review because things that you don't review, you forget. That's how our brain is like. And things you review over and over and over again, it goes into your long term memory. That's how we learned language. We used it every day with our friends and family, and we remembered it. And if you don't use it, you forget it. That's just how our brain is made. So make sure, even after this video, you review tomorrow and try to count things on your own in Korean. That way, this can become yours. All right. And if you're wondering about what resource that I used to show you all these charts and things, I used my book that I wrote called Korean Dictionary. And that number section is at the very end as a bonus. That's actually just the bonus part. And in my Korean dictionary, I go over all the important words that you'll use daily, like people, you see pictures. I'm a former third grade teacher. That's why this is the only way that I like to learn. So I wanted to give my students the book that I want to use when I learn new words. And baby and face, you see, just there's so many topics. Internal organs, oh my gosh, shopping, clothes, shoes, accessories, on and on. We included about 1,000 words in this book. And we have a verb book too. That's 300 verbs. And altogether, I call this a vocab power pack. And many of you already have this one. I'm going to put it right here. Ultimate vocab power pack. If you're a serious learner studying Korean, I highly recommend studying words. I know you don't want to sit down and learn new words, but that's really the foundation that you need. Number one, study Hangul, which is the alphabet. Number two, learn new words. Or else you're going to be stuck always saying, how do I say this in Korean? How do I say this in Korean? How do I say anything in Korean? We need to learn new words daily. And this resource is going to help lots because we have pictures and it's very student friendly. Like you see it and you know what you're learning. And I recorded my voice for each page so you can listen to my pronunciation. All right, so I'll have everything linked on my bio. No, not my bio, in the description. So you guys can check it all out there. Okay, so that is it for me. I don't know what's going on here with my iPad, but hold on one second. Let me try to. Okay, I just paused my video and got rid of the screen because my iPad was shutting down. But that is it for all native numbers in Korean. Thank you so much for watching. And also in the comments, let me know what you want to learn next. Okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and love you.